Title: Art Education for the Blind. A man seated at a table wears headphones. His hands explore a tactile diagram of a building in a spiral-bound book.
When you create a tactile diagram, remember two key points. First, it should always be used with a verbal narrative. And second, it should not be an exact reproduction of a work of art. It's more like a map, according to Teresa Kardoulias, Artistic Director, Art Education for the Blind.
It's a map basically meant to help someone understand a visual image by depicting the various shapes, their relationship to one another, differentiating those shapes with patterns, textures, different line widths, different line types, dotted lines, broken lines. So it's more of a map to show you where the objects are. It shouldn't be an exact replica. It should be that some parts may be omitted, some parts may be exaggerated for the viewer to, or I should say the person exploring the drawing, to make it easier for them to locate shapes and understand what's important, what's not. It's sort of like Michelangelo's David, where he exaggerated certain parts because of the viewer's perspective. In order for the viewer to understand it, you'd have to do that. So it's the same thing in a tactile diagram.
Teresa Kardoulias developed the tactile diagrams for AEB's Art History Through Touch and Sound. She takes us through the process of creating a tactile diagram.
First, select a picture. Next, trace the image of that picture onto regular tracing paper, highlighting the most essential parts. The next step is to photocopy that image onto plain paper. Then, take the photocopy and cut out the shapes of the objects that were traced. Next, turn the cutout paper over. On the back, paste or tape a pattern. The pattern should show on the front of the paper. When all the patterns are in place, photocopy that image onto swell paper. Take the swell paper copy and run it through a tactile image enhancer. The result? A tactile diagram.
Swell paper is normal paper, a little bit thicker, heavy stock, coated with a plastic. And there are plastic beads. When you photocopy the tactile diagram onto the swell paper, the black lines will attract the most heat. And when you pass this through a machine called a tactile image enhancer, the black lines will attract the most heat and therefore cause the beads to pop and burst. And that's what swells.
Copyright 2006, Art Education for the Blind.